So a little while ago I did a review of one of these little tiny 5-volt cams from Banggood. I had a couple of comments on a video about some guys that are trying them, and when flying them said there's been some really weird effects with the wide angle of the lens. I have to say I didn't really see it when I was using it on the quad, although it vibrated a lot, and I didn't see it on the my FPV car. So I felt it pretty important to get out there quickly and have a go and see what it's like. Unfortunately, this means bringing out of retirement the most battered old lady plane I have, my Accent, the first plane I flew and have certainly crashed a lot. So let's take this out with the little camera and see what happens. I've put this together pretty quickly, so once again hot glue came to my aid, and I've just stuck this little camera on the nose of the Accent with the VTX velcroed and taped on. It's actually been a while since I've launched this plane, and I was a little bit weak on the first attempt. Well, I could pretty much tell what people were on about the minute I got up in the air in this plane. Going into the first turn, it was like watching a video where someone had applied the YouTube D-Shake filter. The screen was just warping all over the place. The lens seems to have this one focal spot in the middle, and so the side of the image will warp as you go into turns quite dramatically. And this isn't just on the horizontal planes, it happens vertically as well. So in a plane like this, which tends to bob about in the wind, the image does seem to warp around all over the place. I don't think I saw this problem in the quad or the FPV car, as the camera was held reasonably still and some of the quad or plane were in shot, which tends to tell the brain it's all stable. This is a real shame, as the picture and colour from this camera is actually pretty good, and once again it's so cheap. I wonder if this could be cured by a less wide angle lens, something equivalent to a 2.8mm perhaps. It's a much narrower screw fitting than the normal 1/3 inch sensors on a board camera, so I couldn't find anything in an initial search, but if I turn up something I'll grab a lens and retry. I did notice that in a straight line going reasonably low, the warp seemed to create some sort of speed effect, which was actually quite nice, but as soon as you turn out it just looks bad again.
Can be kind of fast even not.
For now though, whilst you do sort of get used to it after a while, I really can't recommend it as a primary flight camera. I think it might work as an additional camera, perhaps a second or third camera placed looking back down the wing or something similar. But I'd certainly had enough after a 10-minute flight and was ready to fly something normal again. I did notice I had a bit of bad picture breakup, and probably here's the reason why. The skew plane had fallen over and come loose. Bye for now, and I'll post more updates if I get them.